In our lifetime, we've wiped out a lot more than we've gained. Intensification has meant that we've lost a lot of species. They've been pushed out to the edge. We're working from the bottom, putting the little things that matter back into the land, and then hopefully that'll just carry on down the food chain. My name's Amy, and I'm one of the 3 people involved with the Cumbria Harvest Mouse project. The other 2 are both ecologists, Jude Hartley and John Martin, and between us we're breeding harvest mice for release at Watch Tree Nature Reserve. I love harvest mice because they have got such an enthusiasm for life. They're really, really adaptable, super intelligent, and they're just so captivating. You could watch for hours. I mean, the way that they can weave a nest is just remarkable.
Hello, my name is Jack. I'm a wildlife filmmaker, and you join me in my room because I've just brought home some new roommates. In this tank are a pair of harvest mice. I've had them in here for about a day now just to get used to being in my room, the sights, the sounds, the smells. And over the next month or so, I hope to film them, from breeding to nest building, and eventually having loads of baby mice running all around the tank, which will all be released at Watch Tree as part of their introduction programme. So that should be super exciting. I've just got to hope they will become a little bit less camera shy with time.
Right, where have you gone then? You were literally here, like 2 minutes ago. I see you, I see you. There's a surprising amount of waiting involved in this, given that you know the mice are literally right in front of you. An awful lot of time sitting waiting for them to actually come out.
Well, this one here, she's just had babies about 4 days ago. She's feeding rapidly for the growing family. I put a dish down there to make it easier for her, but no, she's decided to go up into the dish. This is a tiny little family in here. They spend a lot of time just underground in these little chambers, but they do have a very tall nest up high in the back. And that's a family of 8, still in with mum. And then here, these ones climbing and eating today's fresh dandelions. That's a family of 6 with mum, and you can see they're all out and about. The mice matter because there's something that was missing in the ecological spectrum, and they are a good biodiversity indicator. If you can have mice, you've got your insects, your invertebrates, and then you've got your other things above in the chain.
Oh, what am I seeing? I can see you moving those twigs around at the back. Yeah, come on, come out. Yeah, there you are. Hello. See, the world's not that scary, is it? Finally got a really nice shot of one of them. I don't know who it was. Came and ate the millet right in front of me. I think we're getting somewhere. I'm getting used to the camera. So hopefully be able to start getting some nice shots from here on in.
So this is a typical harvest mice breeding nest. You can see how woven it is and interlinked, and there's a tiny little hole in the centre there. This one is a nest taken from the tank that was built in, and that had a family of 6 in, and you can see the way it's all woven. And then this one here I found at my field, and that is just a solitary nest, much smaller. So just one mouse would sleep in that in an evening.
So it's been about a week, I think, since I last set this camera up, started talking to it. And well, the mice, they've been busy. Somehow, without me realising, they've built a nest at the back of this enclosure. I turned it around the other day just to see what was going on, and sure enough, there's a gorgeous ball of grasses in which hopefully the female will be having litter. I've had them for 9 days now, gestation period is 17, so we're just sort of waiting now, 8 more days, and maybe we'll have babies coming out. They go through really random phases of activity. One moment they'll be climbing up the reeds, next minute they'll be burrowing underneath, then I'll turn around and one will be in the feed bowl or trying to escape out the back of the tank. And it's proving a challenge, but I think I'm getting some nice footage. Hello, I see your nose poking out there. Occasionally, I think it's the female, just sticks her nose out from the side of the nest, and I've still not quite got it as a shot, but I really want it because it looks so cute and would be a really nice storytelling shot, and sort of show her in the nest just starting to come out.
One of them are pregnant, we wouldn't release them in a pregnant state. Hi, I'm Jude Hartley. I'm one of the project leads for the Cumbria Harvest Mice project. Cumbria really is lacking in harvest mice numbers. There's just been such a shortage of decent habitat that they can use, and it's down to agriculture, sheep, lots of herbicides. So there's a lot of habitat being destroyed. You've got to remember that machinery in the olden days, it was a lot gentler on the land, but now we've got industrial-sized machines just wiping everything out. They're much wider, they go much lower, and harvest mice just haven't got a chance.
Excuse the fact that this shot does not look great at all. The mice are doing things. They've been sort of active on and off all day, and all of a sudden in the past like 10-20 minutes they started running around the tank, and now the female's in the nest and is just pushing things around and has basically opened up a beautiful window right into the nest, which is amazing. So I'm just currently getting footage of her just moving nesting material about, but inside the nest, and I'm so hoping that it stays like that, because that means that when they have babies, which is in like just over a week's time now, I should be able to see them, which will be amazing.
Harvest mice, they make little larders, so they collect a lot of seeds and just pop them in there to feed on later on. So the seed dispersal, really important. So they're really good cultivators of soil as well. They're also a prey species, so you've got birds of prey going right down into the soil. They play a really important role within the trophic table.
Oh my lord, what are you doing? You crazy, crazy mice. So today is a pretty exciting day. So I woke up this morning and there was a lot of noise in the tank, lots of chasing, lots of rustling of grasses, which is weird because they've been pretty quiet the past couple of days. And when I came over and had a look, Mum was looking a lot thinner. And sure enough, they've had babies. They've come a few days earlier than I thought they were going to, so it means that the mouse must have bred a few days before I expected. But sure enough, I've seen Mum looking an awful lot thinner, and then she spent a lot of the day chasing the male around the tank or in the nest. I've tried to get some footage of her in there. I've got a couple shots where I think you might just be able to see a baby. They're absolutely tiny, so it'll be 9 days from now when they first open their eyes, and then 3 days after that, so 12 days after being born, they'll be out and about and running around the tank, and that'll be so exciting.
Watch Tree have been managing their land for quite a number of years, so we're going to work alongside them to just add something back to nature in that little reserve.
The habitat at Watch Tree is absolutely brilliant. You can see it's really tussocky grass. There's lots of seeds, lots of variety of grasses. There's plenty of vegetation for them to climb up, to bury nests inside. They've got plenty of shelter, but most importantly, it's left undisturbed and it hasn't had herbicides on it. Perfect for the harvest mice.
Oh, are you about to start coming out? Yes, you are. Hello. Oh, that's incredible. That is, for the first time, a shot of a baby mouse. Hello, welcome to the world. That is so cool to see. So incredibly cool to see. We have baby mice. I'm so excited. So what I'm trying to say, between getting distracted by trying to film the mice, is it's the first time I've actually seen the babies properly active. They're moving around in the nest, they're looking like they're about to come out. There's so much activity going on right now. There are a couple of mice still in the nest. 2 have left. I don't know where Mum and Dad are, but there are just mice all over the place. Oh my life. they're really starting to explore, which is gorgeous to watch. Oh, I feel so privileged to get it. Like, you don't get to see this normally. You don't get to see the life of another animal so up close. This is just phenomenal. Wow. So I've had the mice for about a month now, and unfortunately today is the day I have to take them back. So today is the day of the release at Watch Street. However, these mice aren't actually going to be part of that reintroduction. They're too young. The reason I have to take these back is that Mum is pregnant again. It makes a lot of sense. After she'd given birth, there was an awful lot of chasing around the tank, which is characteristic of what happens just after the mice breed. And sure enough, we're 17 days after she's given birth, which is mouse gestation period, and she's looking almost ready to burst. However, I've not got a spare tank for another 6 babies, and so I'm going to have to take these back to Amy so that she can rehome them. But I mean, how amazing is that? In just a month's time, I've gone from having 2 mice to, in theory, having up to 12, which is amazing news for the population, and hopefully means that these mice will be a regular sight in Cumbria for years to come. I'll definitely miss having them in my room though.
We've got 6 family boxes, so each of the volunteers are going to take a box. I'll probably do the first release and we'll just let them all go into their release boxes. So what we'd like to do is kind of form a circle with the boxes behind amongst the long tufty grass. Right, so unclip the box. Now this one is a female, and you can see the little makings of a nest there and another little nest there. So I'm going to throw the water away. I'm just going to take the feed out for now. And this is all a nesting material. So I'm going to just tuck all that inside there, and that will be covered in her scent so she knows it's her nest. And I'm just going to tip the corner and there we go.
Does she go herself?
She's gone. Job done.
You want to go? You can go if you like to go. If not, you're coming back home and it'll all happen all over again.
We've just about released all the singles now, so there's a mixture of male and female, and it's fantastic habitat here at Watch Tree for them, so we're really chuffed. And hopefully they'll go on to breathe, and the weather's absolutely fantastic to go with it. So yeah, really chuffed.
There's so much habitat been lost that we have started to wake up to it, and there's more schemes available for people to start putting back a little bit of areas for nature now. We just think that it's time that we could actually add them and they could start to thrive again.
Who doesn't love a harvest mice? Once you've met a harvest mice, that's it, you'll fall in love. They're incredibly intelligent, they've got fantastic characters, they're nosy, into everything. The little tails, the prehensile tail, fantastic for climbing up and down. It's perfectly geared for survival, given the right habitat.